everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Now, today, I thought I could show you some more details of my Pirateology book that I recently showed off in my video talking about things that bring me a sense of nostalgia. Pirates of the Caribbean came out when I was younger, so I was very into pirates in general. So on the front cover here, we have a compass. We have a red jewel on the east and the west, the right and the left. We have what seems to be maybe a sunrise over here, and then the night sky over on this side. We have ships over here, and it's a really beautiful book. Just black book with this bold gold that just shines. It looks amazing. Now, as I mentioned, this compass here is not real, but that's okay. You can go ahead to the beginning here. You can see unlocking the locker. So supposedly this book was found by some scuba divers in 2006. So we have a nice little cutout there. This book is filled with cutouts and things that can just pop out at you. We have a ribbon here with a letter, I think. George, by the grace of God, of England, Scotland, and Ireland, King, Defender of the Faith, etc. It's got a lot of the term pirates in this one. Every page is filled with something completely different. This is even mentioning Jolly Roger. Probably see why I went so crazy over this book. September 13th, 1723, Boston, Massachusetts. Here we have the Queen Anne's Revenge. That looks like a very large ship there. We have Arabella Drummond right here. We have some information about different ships on this page. We also have a part of a map. I acquired this map from a sailor in Boston who claimed to have sailed with Drummond. It seems to be a treasure map, but there is a vital piece missing, signed WL. Look at that, and there is even a special little code right there. And I believe the other half of the map is somewhere else in the book. It's all kind of connected. This is a genuinely very beautiful art. Here we have information on some pirate flags. Blackbeard, Steed Bonnet, Edward Lowe, Henry Every, Bartholomew Roberts, Edward, England. 6 flags belonging to the most infamous pirates of all. This one right here seems to be Arabella Drummond's flag. Looks like this flips downward. We have some information on how to keep a ship's log. This part flips up as well. And then you can see the whole world. And what's pretty cool about this map here is that North America, especially, is very, very incomplete. We're missing a lot of the land right there. I guess it hasn't been explored quite yet. I love this style of art. So nice. The sun over in this corner, the moon over in this one. And it looks like these dotted red lines are actually showing the circumnavigation of the ship Sea Cat in her pursuit of Arabella Drummond's bold adventure. Arabella Drummond. Ah yes, this is the page that I was looking at quite often. I mentioned this pouch here. It says, "This isn't exactly a king's ransom, but it is a tidy sum of gold all the same." Like I mentioned, I truly thought that this was real gold when I was younger. I thought this was real. It is a little plastic section within the pages filled with shiny gold glitter. Here we can see a little bit of information on Blackbeard. You can also study up on pirate weaponry. I was always very, very into the curved pirate swords. The cutlass is pretty cool too, though. This is regarding Blackbeard's last stand. Little poster, compensation for pirates. Ocracoke Inlet, where Blackbeard had his pirate base, were too shallow for the Sea Cat. We got in as close as we could, then rowed ashore in the ship's boat. And of course, Blackbeard looks pretty badass there. And on the other side, we do have another pouch that shows the exact same gold, the same glitter that we were looking at before. Gold dust is a valuable commodity, although coins are easier to trade as the dust may be weighed. We have a nice map of Tortuga here. If you ever played the old online Pirates of the Caribbean game that Disney had, Tortuga was obviously a huge thing, big pirate thing. We have pirates from around the world. We have North African pirates. Wearing the traditional dress of the Muslim lands. Interesting. We have Caribbean pirates and the Chinese pirates. I really like the Chinese pirates braid. I think that looks really cool. Have the string of the pouch going all the way up. And here is Anne Bonny, the ferocious female Caribbean pirate. She also looks super badass. Pirate customs and articles. We have a small book within the book. All these little rules of being a pirate. And this is to be signed by all who join the crew of Bartholomew Roberts. And you can actually sign it right here. November 5th, 1723, Port Royal, Jamaica. We have Port Royal during the earthquake of 1692. Got a lot of very interesting information here. Pirate pardons, pirates and privateers. That's brutal. We have another small book within the book. Nautical and piratical terms. So I remember my friend and I would go through these glossary of terms and we would try really hard to use the words in this book. Ahoy, avast, aye aye. Those are ones everybody knows, but you may not know all of these. Halyards, keel, press gang, quarters. I like how it's also in alphabetical order. Rudder, rigging, scuppers, scuttle. Many, many phrases that we don't typically use in our everyday lives. You can see it all in here. March 20th, 1724. Is that the Juan Fernandez Island? Juan Fernandez Island. We have topics here. Pirate disagreements. The gibbet. That's torture. You always hear about these very, very scary parts of being a pirate, and I would say that was one of the main things that made me not become a pirate as I grew old. We have another string here, and we can just see what's inside. The black spot, a warning once believed to be fictitious. There it is, the black spot. Return all the treasure or you'll be marooned, matey. You don't want to get this in the mail. Pirates are quite brutal. You have to be very careful. Ooh, Isla de Coco. Rumors of buried treasure. And we have another pouch that's blue this time. A scrap of red pirate flag. To see it waved would send shivers through many a brave sailor. This is a scrap of a pirate flag. At Coconut Island, a pirate ship shot at us with her swivel guns, but we escaped. Coconut Island. Coconut Island. Oh, I remember this one. We have Chinese pirates here. So we actually have these two strings, and you can use these strings to practice different knots. Knots are obviously a very, very important part of being a pirate. You have to know how to tie things. Do a little practicing here. And we have what seems to be a letter in Chinese. Ooh, I obtained this Chinese pirate ransom note from a trader at Canton. Translated, it reads as follows. To the owner of the Hongwei Shipping Company, each month we would like you to send us the amount of 2,000 gold coins for the purpose of food and necessities. With this letter, we send a representative bearing our banner. Quickly send a messenger with the loan to our stockade. If there is any delay, floating mines and cannons will await your ships. This is a note of caution. 5th day of the 12th month. Now, I cannot read Chinese. I can read just the date, since that's the same in Japanese. I thought the Chinese pirate stuff was so sick, just so cool. You can see the difference of the Chinese pirate ships here. These are actually smaller, and it looks like it's often seen in rivers. Very colorful. Krakatoa Island. Krakatoa Island. We once again have more information on another person here, William Dampier. I don't really like his look. He's a privateer. Let's see what's in here. It looks like there was a little bit of glue on the envelope here. Oh my god, I remember this. So, yes. On the small maps, use the dividers to measure a distance on the key at the bottom, placing the 2 points on the line, then placing 1 point at the start of your route, and pivot the other point in the direction of your desired course. Continue pivoting until you reach your destination. And this one is a sundial. To use the sundial, the top edge of the sundial, align the top edge of the sundial, the edge that lifts up with the top edge of the front cover of this book. Turn the book until the compass points north. The shadow cast by the sun will show the time. Trying to remember how this opens. There we go. So we do have this mini sundial here. So mini. So small. The little rope. And I actually remember using this quite often, so I would take this and I would go to that earlier page with the map and I would actually try to use it on the map. You know, you always have to practice these things. Madagascar. I really like this artwork here. I like the colors a lot. And we get to see these beautiful pieces with different animals. We have a gecko. What is this? Is this a lemur? I actually have no idea what that one is. A streaked tenric. This one is apparently a tenric with quills. Talks about the importance of music when it comes to the pirate life. Very important. We also have another mini book here. The Life and Strange Surprising Adventures of Arabella Drummond. Mary Drummond, alias Arabella. And we have information about her life, about her past life. My friend and I were pretty obsessed with her. Malta. Map right here. The Barbossa brothers. A battle between galleys. Din. Looks like we get a little peek at what life is like aboard the galley as well. And we just have a small little pop-up here. Pirate history. We have different years dating between the 1470s and 1722. Important dates. Very interesting. Nova Scotia. Oak Island of Nova Scotia. And then we have this amazing, very, very big ship right here. The Bold Adventure. Now this is the kind of ship that I would love to have. And on board, it looks like we have a cannon, swivel gun, and a variety of cannonballs and shots. Oh my goodness, that looks like a kitty cat. Grand Banks, Newfoundland. Once again, we have an artwork of Drummond and her black flag here. And it looks like, is this Drummond's crew? This does seem to be her crew. They look a little intimidating. Yes, the very last bit here. we have our little bag of coins, shiny and textured. We have a big, big jewel right here. Red one. Nice and shiny. And on this side, a peaceful retreat for retired seafaring folk. I guess people were retiring after they were done with all of their adventures. And over here, I was opening this all the time. Dispatches. We have letters, a bunch of different letters. But the big thing was behind the letters we had this. This is the other part of the map that we looked at earlier. And as you can see, this is kind of important because the X is right here on this side of the map. How cool is that, to be able to go back and interact with past pages? I love this book. I think this book is awesome. I actually saw people in the comments mention that they had books just like this, except it was different topics, like Dragonology, Wizardology. I think there's actually quite a bit more as well. But like I said, I was very into pirates. So of course I opted for this one. That was just a very brief little skim through of the Pirateology book. I really hope that you enjoyed it. It's a very different style video, and I hope you found this to be relaxing and interesting. Thank you so much for listening and watching today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.